Howdy, friends. As you can probably tell by my fancy duds, it is a recording day. I would love to say that I just get up and throw my robe on and stand up in front with the camera and just everything goes flawlessly, but we know that's not true, don't we? As I've been working on how we're going to think about how we engage fear and the different ways Scripture helps us come up with different ideas, I was looking for a different passage altogether related to what you'll see on Sunday about the story of Gideon as a counterpoint, and I found actually the wrong passage, and it seemed to make a little bit more sense in my head as well. And so I just want to share this little piece with you. Some of you are going to say, no, that's not from Micah. This is from Micah. It's also in Isaiah in a little bit different form. But it reads like this in the 4th chapter. In the days to come, the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established as the highest of the mountains, and shall be raised above all the hills, and peoples shall stream to it. And many nations shall come and say, Come and let us go to the mountain of the Lord, the house of God of Jacob, that he may teach us his ways, and that we may walk in his paths. For out of Zion we shall go forth instruction, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between many peoples, and judge and arbitrate between strong nations far away. They shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. But they shall all sit under their own vines and under their own fig trees, and no one will make them afraid, for the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken. It's an interesting passage for so many ways, and I don't want to take hours of your time to think about this. But when you think about the big things in this world outside of pandemics and the like that may cause you a little bit of fear, war seems to be one that happens. I know each time I find one on the news, and it's not like they've stopped just because there's a global pandemic. You just wonder, will it spread? Will somehow this get to me? And we have folks who volunteer to go and fight the battles for us. And it's a great honor and a gift that they would do that for us on our behalf, for our country and things like this. And there are those of you who have done that yourself. And there are others that offer themselves up in different ways to take care of those in our own midst, that don't get the praise that many times soldiers and the like do. But what it comes to me more often than not is I wonder what would happen if we were a nation that was not so bent on war, spending more money than just about everyone else combined on the military. What if we were to use that to care for people? To plant trees that people can sit under, as the scriptures say. To take care of the needs so we don't have 500,000 people who are homeless in this country. So that we don't worry about as much violence because people aren't running out of things and they're not struggling to make it. I know the first thing you're going to say is that's just not practical. And I'll say, you're right, it's not, because it would never be tried. Because we like to be big and strong, and we like to show everyone that we know best, both as a country and as individuals. I just wish that some of the scripture that we read on a regular basis made some more sense to people, that maybe violence was not the first way to solve a problem. Maybe threats just isn't what's needed. What if we started to care? Truly care for those who are struggling, not just pay lip service. What if we were to start using all of the funds this country has, which are vast and enormous due to the hard work of so many people, and instead of blowing things up, we decided to build things up. Instead of destroying, we were there to help create. I know it's probably a pipe dream, but a guy can dream, can he? Maybe the scriptures might happen where we beat the swords into plowshares and the spears into pruning hooks, and we spend more time taking care of people rather than breaking them down. My hope for you is that in all of this world that brings trouble time and time again, that you can find a moment of peace and recognize that the path that God calls us onto is one of peace, one of prosperity, not for us, but for all. Have a fantastic day. We'll talk soon.